For thousands of years, the gods were thought to live above us, distant, immortal, untouchable. But what if they never truly left? What if, instead of vanishing, they returned as us? The idea of gods reincarnating as humans isn't just fantasy. It's woven through some of the world's oldest mythologies. And, if the ancient texts are to be believed, the gods might still walk among us, hidden behind human eyes. In Hinduism, this isn't speculation, it's doctrine. The god Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, is said to incarnate repeatedly in human form during times of great imbalance. These incarnations, called avatars, include Rama, the ideal king, and Krishna, the divine strategist of the Mahabharata. Vishnu is expected to return once more in the form of Kalki, a warrior riding a white horse, to end the current age of darkness. These aren't symbolic figures, they are the gods made flesh, destined to guide humanity. In this belief system, divinity doesn't remain in the heavens. It cycles, it returns, and most importantly, it looks human. But Hinduism isn't the only place where gods take human form. In ancient Egypt, the line between mortal and divine was deliberately blurred. Pharaohs were not just kings, they were gods on earth. When a pharaoh ascended the throne, he became Horus, the falcon-headed deity of kingship. Upon death, he transformed into Osiris, the ruler of the underworld. This wasn't metaphorical. Egyptians believed their rulers were incarnations of divine power. The god didn't die, he passed from one body to the next. Reincarnation wasn't just spiritual, it was political, religious, and real. Greek mythology offers a more chaotic, but no less fascinating, view. The Olympian gods constantly mingled with humans, often disguising themselves to interact, interfere, or seduce. Zeus alone is said to have taken human form dozens of times. But it's the demigods, those half-human, half-divine children, that raise deeper questions. Take Heracles, known by the Romans as Hercules. Born of Zeus and a mortal woman, Heracles completed impossible labors, died, and was later granted full divinity. But was he ever truly human? Or was he a god hiding in flesh, only later reclaiming his true form? And what of Dionysus, the god of wine, madness, and rebirth, whose very mythology revolves around being torn apart and born again? The Greeks didn't just believe gods could look human, they believed they were human. The Norse gods brought their own brand of mystery. Odin, the All-Father, often wandered the world cloaked in mortal disguise. He sought wisdom, tested warriors, and interfered in fate, not from a throne, but from the road. Loki, the trickster, was even more elusive. He could shift shape, become animals, women, or ordinary men. In Norse prophecy, the gods are fated to die at Ragnarok, the end of all things. But not all of them stay dead. After the battle, some gods are said to return in a new world. It's not reincarnation as we typically understand it. It's resurrection, rebirth, renewal. The cycle continues. The gods adapt. But while most look backward to mythology, some belief systems live the idea of divine reincarnation now. Tibetan Buddhism holds that certain enlightened beings, called bodhisattvas, return lifetime after lifetime to guide humanity. The Dalai Lama is believed to be one such being, not a symbolic leader, but a literal reincarnation of a divine teacher. The search for each new Lama is a quest to find the soul reborn. This isn't a tale from the past. It's a ritual happening in real time. For believers, divinity doesn't sit on clouds. It's born in villages. It learns to walk. It waits to be recognized. Then, there are the fringe theories. the ones that don't rely on scripture but speculation. Some believe the gods were never divine in the traditional sense, but beings of immense power, perhaps extraterrestrial, interdimensional, or something else entirely. If so, their ability to appear human might not be mythological at all. It could be technological. Some occult and New Age traditions claim to channel these ancient beings, or trace bloodlines that link modern people to forgotten gods. Could someone walking among us today carry the soul, or consciousness, of an ancient deity? If so, how would they know? Would they dream of golden thrones? Would they feel a pull to temples they've never seen? And this brings us to the strangest question of all. Could you be one of them? It sounds absurd until you consider how many cultures insist on reincarnation as a reality, not a metaphor. Some belief systems teach that we all return again and again to learn lessons or fulfill destinies. But others claim that certain souls are different, older, more powerful, carrying divine memory buried deep beneath the surface. Have you ever felt inexplicable familiarity with ancient symbols? A strange longing for lost civilizations? An intuition that seems beyond explanation? In myth, these are signs of divine descent. The idea of reincarnated gods isn't about ego or fantasy. It's about pattern, cycles, echoes. What if the stories were true, not as dusty allegories, but as warnings? If gods can return, would they come as saviors or destroyers, or simply as humans trying to remember who they really are? Maybe the temples are gone. Maybe the altars are cold. But the gods, they might just be waking up.